It's like you can't have crisps and then not have like a chocolate or something. Which one should I look into? This one or this one? Main one? Perfect.
Okay.
You ready?
Ask away. Okay, I have the first question. What inspired you to get into acting?
I always say, and this might sound cheesy, this is not just what I do, but it's who I am, and I don't remember a moment in my life when I wasn't performing in some way.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
You know?
My family definitely can relate. They'll be like, yeah, she's been dramatic her entire life.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's beautiful.
You know, and I think it's lucky to feel that.
Yeah,
to have always kind of known in a way. Do you have a phrase or a mantra or rule that you return to for courage or inspiration when starting a new role?
I think with starting any new role, every time I go to a set for the first day, I'm like,
petrified.
I'm like, do I know how to act? Am I okay? Like, it's just the sort of adrenaline and the anticipation. Yeah. And if you've done the work, you just then have to trust yourself and trust your experience and the work that you've done.
Makes me so happy to hear that you're as terrified as well.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Because I think we always feel like we're alone in that feeling.
No.
You know?
Not at all, yeah. I think that's quite a common sensation.
Yeah.
Nobody expects this to be their life, and like it's such a privilege, like that you get to do this thing you love as your job.
My mom always says to me, everything you want is on the other side of fear. And
okay, Mom,
isn't that remarkable?
With the wisdom.
I know she really does.
She's amazing.
She's amazing.
Can't wait to meet her. Okay, do you sometimes find yourself still acting like your character at the end of the day or at the end of a project?
I think what I have found is I tend to feel most beautiful when I feel like the character at the end of a project. Like I remember so viscerally, I did a movie really early on and I had a wig and it was like a blonde wig. And I grew to really love feeling how I felt in that way, or doing my makeup a certain way that the character does it, or some sort of part of them stays with me. But I think I tend to love the women I get to play so deeply that I tend to love how I feel when I feel a little bit like them.
Yeah.
For a short period of time after, if that makes sense.
I love that.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely have experienced, like, when you're playing sort of certain dramatic roles, or you're playing really intense feelings or intense moments where at the end of the day you're a bit like, oh, it's just like I had a lot of kind of heavy things kind of on me today, or I was sitting in a kind of darker place for the scene, and it can take a while for that to shake that off. And if you've been doing it for like many weeks, and then there's a couple weeks after where you're sort of like, it's sort of waves of it kind of come over you and you're like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's not for you anymore.
Okay, so when reading a new script, what do you look for first? And what is your process for finding and embodying a new character?
So when I first read a script, to be honest, I just read it. I'm like, is this a fun journey we're going on? If I'm the audience, I almost just like read it like the audience.
Sure.
I always find as well, if I read a script and I find a scene or I've really responded to it, I'll get up and I'm like,
start saying it out loud.
Start trying to do it.
Me
too. I'm on set, like, let's go, like, let's do this.
Yes, I just did that the other day. That's so funny.
And then you're like,
I was talking aloud in my living room,
I guess I like this one.
Yeah.
That's fun. What do you think makes a film timeless? Do you look to the Hollywood of the past for inspiration in style and performance?
That's a great question. It's not only about it being everlasting, but it having everlasting impact. I remember so vividly after I shot my very first movie. I was a baby and I had no idea what I was doing, and all of it felt like this fairy tale. And I was in the car getting picked up on my last day. And the producer was in the car with me, and I shed a little bit of a tear because I was sad that it was over. And she looked at me and she said, that's the beautiful part of what we do. This is gonna last forever.
Yeah.
And I never quite understood that until 10 years later. That film, still means so much to millions of girls around the world. And I guess that's what makes film and art timeless, is that it has a way of impacting or reflecting us in a way that just surpasses time. And when we can accomplish that, it's such a powerful feat.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes you're like, I wish we would just learn the lessons
the first
please.
time. It would make less exciting movies if we learned the lessons, though.
That's true. As you've grown in your career, what lessons have you found to be helpful when working with directors?
It's a great question. I've learned that you have to ask for what you need. Mm-hmm. As simple and as powerful as that. Whatever it is that you need to feel safe in terms of, having the emotional space to do your best and to feel all the things that you need to feel to be able to perform. I want direction. I want you to give me feedback, give me notes, challenge me, play with me. I don't like to be left on my own.
Yeah.
I'd rather have that push and pull. That's where I thrive.
Yeah, I'm similar. I like notes.
Yeah.
And I think it's a collaboration. I don't care where the good idea comes from.
Me neither. I don't care. There's no ego there.
Yeah, just please,
we
bring
all
it.
Want the same thing.
But then also there comes a point where you're like, I really just trust me to try and do what you've suggested or directed. And it's a real lesson in navigating personalities as well.
Absolutely. And human nature.
Yes.
What types of storytelling would you like to see more of on screen?
Well, I'm British, but also Caribbean girl.
Yes.
And I just want our stories told. There's so many amazing stories from the islands. So many revolutionaries, especially women, fierce women who were like, oh, you have an army? Oh, right. That doesn't matter. And they're just just powerhouse stories that have been lost in a way to history, and I just want to see them be told.
I can't wait
because
for you to see them.
that would just be everything, and it's one of the things I'm focusing on.
That's amazing.
Trying to get some of our stories out there. How important is the music component of the art you seek to make?
So important, whether it's a film that actually has musical elements or just a straight film. I've always felt that, music was my first love, and I think music has a direct line to my heart. Mm-hmm. It's where I process emotions, and I think almost even where I feel the deepest. And I remember early on when I was first acting and I was understanding the muscle that it is. And I had a dramatic scene. And at the time, my easiest access to emotion was through music. And it was in the middle of the night in Portland, Oregon in winter. And we were shooting this emotional scene. And I had 5 minutes. And I remember I had to run away into the woods. And then my director ended up finding me just belting this song in the middle of the woods by myself, like a crazy person. But that was how I could connect.
Wow. I love that.
And then when I had the honor of writing the music for a character and to really be able to marry my loves of film and music, it was the most extraordinary thing. And I felt so much more deeply connected to Cassie because I had written her music. It was such a profound connection. I'm craving being able to do that again because there's nothing quite like, I think, being able to marry both of those arts. It's it's beautiful.
Okay, speed round questions. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yeah. Okay. Drama or comedy?
Drama. Theater or film?
Oh, film. Streaming or cinema?
Oh, did you answer? I didn't hear you.
Sorry, I did an annoying squirrel.
Okay.
I said film,
okay,
but
film.
I love the theatre, so that was hard.
I know, it's a tough one.
Yeah, sorry.
Scripted or improv?
Scripted.
Yes! Me too!
I respect improv actors.
I respect it so much. I'm such a scripted.
Oh my God. That's a art form in itself.
Absolutely.
Acting or directing?
Acting. At the moment, acting.
Same. And Tail Slate. Thanks for joining us at the Giorgio Armani Cinema Club.
Until next time, Variety. Ciao.